Are you feeling a pinch in your wallet? Are you looking for creative ways to make your last penny stretch further than a piece of gum on a hot summer day? Well, buckle up because we're about to take a wild ride on the roller coaster of recession survival. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surviving a recession sounds about as fun as a root canal. But fear not, my friends. We're going to make it as enjoyable as possible. Think of it as a thrilling adventure, like trying to find a parking spot at the mall during the Christmas shopping season. We'll be dishing out tips and tricks that are so practical you'll be living like a penny-pinching pro in no time. And who knows, you may even end up enjoying it so much that you'll start a new trend of frugal living. So hold on to your hats and wallets, folks, because we're about to embark on a journey that's sure to be as bumpy as the stock market on a bad day. But don't worry, we've got this. Number 1. A side hustle is your way out. Well, it's time to channel your inner entrepreneur and start bringing in some extra cash. Whether it's selling your homemade crafts on Etsy or renting out your spare room on Airbnb, the possibilities are endless. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I already have a full-time job. When am I supposed to find the time to start a side hustle? Well, fear not, my friends, because with a little creativity and some time management skills, anything is possible. Imagine this, you're sitting on your couch, binge-watching your favorite show, and suddenly, cha-ching, you just made a sale on your Etsy store. Or maybe you wake up to find that someone booked your Airbnb room for the weekend. It's like Christmas came early, except instead of presents, you're getting paid. And the best part, when a recession hits and your full-time job becomes uncertain, you have a safety net. You can rely on your side hustle to keep bringing in some income, even if it's not as much as before. Who knows, maybe your side hustle will turn into a full-time gig, and you'll never have to worry about job security again. Number 2. Cut your costs. Hey there, budget-savvy pals. With a little bit of creativity and some know-how, you can start cutting your costs and saving up for that rainy day. During a recession, it's more important than ever to tighten your belt and find ways to stretch your dollars further. So let's start with the basics. Take a look at your expenses and see where you can make some cuts. Maybe you don't need that premium cable package or that gym membership you never use. But wait, there's more. Did you know that you can save big bucks by becoming a master bargain hunter? That's right, folks. It's time to start hunting for those deals like a pro. Sign up for newsletters and alerts from your favorite stores, use coupon codes and cashback apps, and don't be afraid to haggle a little bit. Another way to save money is by delaying major purchases. Do you really need that new car or that fancy gadget right now? Wait a little while, save up some more money, and you might even find a better deal down the line. And let's not forget the power of DIY. Instead of shelling out big bucks for that fancy restaurant meal, try making your own gourmet dinner at home. Not only will you save money, but you'll also impress your friends and family with your culinary skills. Number 3. Be careful with your investments. This one is for my fellow investors. Are you feeling a bit shaky about your portfolio lately? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Here's the deal. When times get tough, it's easy to get swept up in fear and panic. But when it comes to your investments, you've got to keep a cool head and think things through. Now, the experts may tell you to have a certain mix of stocks and bonds based on your age, but if the thought of a market downturn keeps you up at night, it's time to reevaluate. Your investments should provide you with a sense of security, not a constant state of panic. But first things first, don't go rushing to liquidate all your investments just because the market is going through a rough patch. Sure, it might be tempting to cut your losses and run, but you'll be selling at a loss and potentially missing out on future gains. That's like selling your car just because it needs an oil change. It's a short-sighted move that could end up costing you big time. Remember, volatility in the stock market is nothing new. It's like a roller coaster ride. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns. But if you hold on tight, you'll come out the other end just fine. And if you've done your research and invested in solid companies or funds, you can have confidence in the long-term outlook. Of course, we're not saying you should be reckless with your investments. It's important to keep a watchful eye on your portfolio and make informed decisions based on your own risk tolerance and financial goals. But don't let fear be the driving force behind your decisions. That's a surefire way to end up in the red. Number 4. Keep your credit score high. Picture this, you're at a fancy restaurant and you've just finished an incredible meal. You ask the waiter for the bill, and as you take a glance, you realize you've left your wallet at home. The horror. Well, in a recession, your credit score is your wallet. Keeping it high is crucial to make sure you have access to credit when you need it most. And just like keeping your physical wallet in order, there are certain things you can do to keep your credit score high. For starters, pay your bills on time. Think of it as being on time for a first date. You wouldn't want to leave a bad impression by showing up late, would you? The same goes for your bills. Don't leave a bad impression on your credit report. Also, keep your oldest credit cards open. They're like the friends you've had since childhood. They know you best and they're reliable. And don't go maxing out those credit cards either. That's like binge eating junk food. It might feel good at the moment, but it'll come back to haunt you later. If times get tough and you're struggling to make payments, don't ghost your creditors. Keep them in the loop and work out a plan to keep your accounts in good standing. After all, they'd rather work with you than write off your account as a lost cause. Number 5. Build an emergency fund. Let's face it, we all need a little financial cushion to fall back on when the going gets tough. That's why an emergency fund is so important. It's like a secret stash of cash that's just waiting for you to use it when you really need it. Think of your emergency fund as your very own superhero, ready to swoop in and save the day when life throws you a curveball. Whether it's unexpected job loss, a medical emergency, or a surprise car repair bill, your emergency fund is there to save you from financial ruin. But how much should you save? Well, it's recommended to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of your wages saved up. That might sound like a lot, but trust us, it's worth it. Just think, if you have that kind of cushion, you won't have to resort to using credit cards and getting into debt during tough times. And let's be real, tough times can last longer than we anticipate. So having that emergency fund will give you the peace of mind and financial stability to weather the storm and come out on top. Now, we know saving money can be tough, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Start small and set aside a little bit of money each month until you reach your goal. And remember, it's never too late to start building your emergency fund. So start saving today and give yourself the financial security you deserve. Surviving a recession requires careful planning, smart financial decisions, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. By maintaining a solid emergency fund, managing debt, keeping your credit score high, and investing wisely, you can weather the storm and emerge from the recession stronger than ever. Remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. We hope you found these recession survival tips helpful. Do you have any tips for surviving a recession that we didn't cover? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful financial strategies. Thanks for watching.